You're about to watch some awesome fishing footage with forward-facing sonar clips from a recent trip I had at Lake Ouachita. This was an unplanned trip. I needed some content, and guys, not all the uncut trips go as easy as this one. I've done some uncut while on the water action on my channel. Y'all guys have liked it, but let me kind of talk about why this wasn't as easy. I launched at a part of the lake and fished a section of the lake I have not fished once in the last month. Then also with that, and this is where like I probably shouldn't show this footage because there's juice in it, but guys, I didn't throw or catch a bass in the first 50 minutes of my morning. I went and fished all new water. Okay, I've talked about it before. This is what I did. I didn't go to history spots. I literally was in a creek that I am familiar with, but I've not fished once in the last month during my guide trips on the water lessons. And then I wanted to go fish all new water. Now, some of this water I fished in the winter before, or I have fished maybe fall, but I've not fished it ever in the, what was this, May 31st? It was, or June 1st, I don't know. It's right there. It was a Saturday. Mr. Bass of Arkansas, their tournament the next day. So guys, some sweet footage here. Great on the water action. I did not record one fish catch. I forgot to hit my chest footage. It was me jacking a 3-pounder out of a brush pile with a flutter spoon. Sad that I didn't get that one. But guys, some great on the water action. Let me know if you have any questions. Talking about my gear a little bit. I was throwing variety of baits, throwing a little topwater bait. And then what else did I catch them on? Jighead minnow was one. The flutter spoon on my jighead minnow rod. I'm throwing the Level NGX 7.1 medium light or the Rake 7.4 medium light. I really like that 7.4 right now. I like that 7.4. I'm going 8-pound braid to 10 or 12-pound leader. On that flutter spoon, I'm throwing a 7.10 medium heavy moderate NGX by Level. It's a glide bait rod, but I'm throwing it as a flutter spoon rod. 20-pound fluoro. That topwater rod, I'm using my Minnow rod for that. Okay, guys, before we get in the action, let's talk about the lake and the conditions that we had. So a week prior, we got a lot of rain, and the lake came up 2 feet. Okay, it came up 2 feet, and I started seeing on my trips that week how it was affecting some of the schools that I was on the west end of the lake. And with that, you know, on this day even, let's just look at the deep dive app, which I'm showing you guys now. Showed you all the wind effects, how it was. It was not really windy early in the morning, but then it kind of picked up later in the day. And like I said, this day they ate. I kind of think the next day it got tougher, and it even got tougher for me Monday. We caught fish Monday, but it wasn't nothing like this Saturday morning here. But look at the deep dive app there. I love the wind effects feature. It's a tool that I use getting ready for as I'm preparing for my fishing day, and even while I'm on the water. A bunch of other little cool features. One thing it shows from pulling all the tournament data is the top areas of the lake, and I always like to look at that and compare to my lakes. And where I was fishing this day was not what it was considered the top area. I think the top area that it had was due to the current that's getting pulled and how it kind of picked the rivers and for that. So I'm kind of curious to see how it kind of could have been that day. It pulls the data from an algorithm that we have, from a big file that we have from all of the different lakes that go into it. So it's just pretty neat, guys. So hey, check out the Deep Dive app on the Google Store or the Apple Play Store, and let's get into the action. All right, let's see what happens here. Creep up on these dudes. Creeping, there they are. Some hanging out up on a tree. Took me a little bit to find these guys. Let's see how they're gonna act. Let's see how they are gonna act. Some good ones. Oh, that's a good one. Dadgummit. He threw me off. He threw me off. Got it that time. Oh, got it that time. Look at them all coming up. Dadgummit. Got the baby one of the bunch. Got the baby one of the bunch. So guys, pre-Livescope, that wouldn't have happened that easy. So what y'all are seeing is a school of fish up here in some trees. But what I would have done is just thrown around randomly until we might land on them. But we have this device now where we can see them and then make casts. Ain't that so cool? They always don't eat. Mess that up because you know, this is the first one. Hope this stuff's working. Where y'all can see, here they go. That's a better one. Yeah, it is. That's a better one. Oh, stay on, big. We will take you. We will take you. That's a good one. So that first one was a largemouth too. So what I would have done is just been throwing around randomly. But instead, we can see these dudes. So, ain't that cool? So guys, pre-Livescope, I come up here. We just got a little channel intersection kind of deal. There's a rounded point up here and there's timber. They're not schooling, so you don't know they're there. But what I would do is just be throwing a fluke around or a topwater and seeing if I would get them and just run into them to kind of stay in that area. But now I can just come up here, look for them, and they're in these big schools. There they are. There's a lot of fish up there. Hope they keep eating. There's some good ones too. So you see my topwater. They're probably jacked up right now. Here they come. Nope. Like I said, they're probably... Got that one. That's a good one too, boys. There's a good ones here. That's a good one. Oh yeah, we need you. Oh, that's a big one. I don't have a net. Oh, it's a big one. We're gonna boat flip you, I guess. Yep. Boat flipping them on the ferry wand. 4-pounders. What a good day. I love Lake Ouachita, boys and girls. Love Lake Ouachita. Let's put this down. I just saw something else. It is happening here, boys and girls. So that group's gonna go over there. They're still kind of around. They're kind of jacked up because Billy Bob got taken. He got let go and he told him, so he's gonna tell them the aliens are here. But let's see, I just saw something I wanted to see. Is this? I can make a cast. Make a cast. Get in their line of sight. Not got on their line of sight. Have to speed this up. Dadgummit. Those could not be, those could be stripers, but I just wanted to like know. Well, that's what I was saying, guys, because I went and chased that group, and that was a striper. There was a bunch of stripers swimming through the trees. Before the Livescope, we come on these big points out here, May, June, and I would throw a topwater, throw a fluke, try to land on them. And I would just be fishing these real fast until I do. And later these fish, I'll come back and you throw a worm, that type of deal. But now, as you know, we can hunt for them, as it's called. I'm calling it hunting, searching. Because when these big groups, we see them and then we don't got to, you know, then we can cast or not cast. And it's always nice when they eat. They've been eating good in the mornings out here. But this is just an example of fishing the timber. I mean, we're deep, but like those fish aren't deep as you guys saw. They're pretty up there. And why was that just so? A whole 10% of the lake, 9% of the fish, 10% of the lake. Theory. Oh, there's like that, man. God. It's a little flatter there. Oh, buddies. Y'all gonna eat or not? Y'all gonna eat? Come up and smoke it. Reel's jacked up. I thought I saw a lot more. That's a good one. Oh, look, all that, they're all this size too. Good one. The tree of life. The tree of life. Sweet. I want to know what else I can kind of throw. I just don't think they're gonna eat this. I just don't. After dang, Johnny got jacked. Oh, I lost him. Dang. Darn it. We got a little wind, so I can throw that other bait too. I saw it late. They're swimming away. Come on up. Come on up. I missed him. Crap. Got one. Another good one. Another good one. We have put a bag together this morning. I'm talking a bag. And I'm not fishing them all. That's a big old spotty. A big old spot. A major, well, that's a table rock spot at Lake Ouachita. Look at that thing just spit up. Dang, that's a big old spot for this lake. I'm not a table rock today. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh. Got one on Dixie. The smallest of the bunch. Somewhere over here. Yep, there they are. Dad just stopped. Literally, I just stopped and was like, there should be some fish here. I've never fished this before. Like, I really hadn't. This is just, I'm so dialed on this lake right now. Like, I was like, there should be some fish there, how they're set up. Slow you down. Crazy. And I'm putting it on the world to see. Made a terrible cast. One came and got it. I'm gonna have to jack this up and not catch one here. Dude, little guy, chill. I'm gonna have to jack this up and not even catch one here. I had to jack my bait up. Bait's done. I can just tell. And I messed the spot up. Here. They're too deep. Oh, we jacked it up. We jacked it up. Because I ain't eating the minnow, 100%. That ain't happening right now. They were too deep to come up on the top. He might. That's a good one, boys. Yep. Don't you do it. Stay down. We are having a morning. If I get like a 5-pluser, we're winning the tournament today for sure. Get in the boat. I ain't as big as I thought. Still, another healthy large. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Faith Juice part of the episode where I share a motivation piece, thoughts, scripture, anything that can kind of help you guys out in your day or your week to come. And we're going to be back in scripture for this one. Psalm. I did one recently on Psalms, and we're going to be in a Psalm again. This one's pretty interesting. I think it can kind of relate to us in a lot of countries and just things today. So, Psalm 2. Pretty early now, and the title, like right here, says the reign of the Lord's anointed. We're not going to read all of it, okay? Sometimes I just read 3, like I'm about to. I'm going to read 3 verses and let you guys figure out if you want to go read the rest or not. Let me hear your comments on it too. For my people that I get a lot of feedback, a lot of comments, appreciate it, means a lot. I want to hear y'all's thoughts though on this one, okay? Someone that might be more of a scholar of the word, or maybe more of a student, or professor, preacher. I just want to hear y'all's thoughts. So, 1 through 3. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. So, interesting here is it says the kings of the earth set themselves, and then the kings, and then it says the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. That's something. So something's going on here where rulers of nations, kings of nations, queens of nations, because this time when this was written, there was queens also. I think there was. I could be wrong. So when it's talking against the Lord, rulers, kings, queens, nations, we have nations against the Lord, and they're trying to do their own thing. And as the Bible, it's in here, says that those countries will fail, will not make it. And at times, I'm over here thinking about our country. Like, where are we heading? And I think that just because at times we see the things that happen and we see what's going on, and we know where, we know where the end's going to be, but we don't know when. I mean, we don't. And that's where faith comes in. But I always kind of thought, like, for my children and for my grandchildren, like, how is our country going to be? I still think we live in a great place. We are very blessed and lucky and fortunate to live here. Not everybody is. There's other great countries out there to live. But we have been very fortunate to live in a place to where I can read this word, I can talk about it. Because there's some countries that you can't even talk about any religion. So I'm just saying, I'm not just saying, and not just even the religion part, just the freedom that we have. So, interesting here. So I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. And I'm just going to say, like I said, we're lucky to live where we are. And America, every state's different. Every area's different. We're so unique and blended together with our backgrounds and our ethnicities. And I know as a teacher, I got to see that, even in Arkansas, different parts of the state. I'm going everywhere now. As we were talking here of people or countries are against the Lord. And I don't think our country is totally against. Our country is not totally with, okay? And that's, that's just how it is. So anyway, guys, hope I didn't jibber jabber too much today. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.